Wow, I bet the back of your neck feels divine.
So good. It's just so nice to not have to, think about, pulling my hair out of the collar of anything that I put on.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Does your head feel lighter? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm asking my follow-up question.
Kinda dropped off all the things I love. Like I need a traffic jam to keep in touch. I can't focus on the words unless my hands are busy. I can't give up on the world or I will leave this city. And it's way too broad what I'm trying to say, but I write it down and let it go. And it's hard to know all the words I need to explain my heart in a single note.
Hello and welcome to WayTooBroad, a show and tell program for really, really ridiculous, excitable grown-ups. I'm Hannah, and these are my co-hosts, Erin and Ben. Hi, Erin.
Heyo.
Are you Erin?
Heyo.
Hi, Hannah.
I thought we were going to do that together at the same time.
Oh.
Did you discuss that previously?
No, I just kind of thought we'd be on the same page.
Hannah, can you splice that together in post?
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Can I get a clean AO from both of you?
Oh.
Okay, Ben, you're really stepping all over Erin's shit today.
That's because we're doing it at the same
That's
time.
fine. You don't need it in clean and you don't need it. You can separate it out in post.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, great.
Is there a filter for that? Like sync AOs?
For AO.
Yeah.
AOs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think in Hindenburg there's one of those. Well, it's a Silly Friday edition of WayTooBroad, episode number 218, for those keeping track, which I know is all of you.
That's so funny, Hannah. You never, ever say the episode number.
That kind of threw me off a bit.
I have been listening to a podcast that every single podcast they announce what the episode is, literally this week. And I've been like, wow, we should do that because I never remember when I go to save. And so that's crazy that this is the first, in 218 episodes, this is the first time that you've done that.
If I didn't point it out for episode 69, then I don't know what we were doing that week. But
Oh my god.
other than
Did we even observe a blessed holiday of
I
episode
hope
69?
so.
I don't know.
My god.
Okay, hold on. We gotta check this. Well, let's find out what we're drinking. What was that pronunciation of that word? What we're drinking. And then we can solve this problem. Ben, what are you drinking?
I don't know that we said a fucking thing
I
in
have
episode 69.
water in a cup and water in a bottle.
Oh, a cup?
Never gonna. Yeah.
I have water
fuck?
flowing through my bare hands.
What do you mean? Why did you say it so
Where's
incredulously?
the pickle jar?
A cup?
Oh, it's in the dishwasher.
What the hell? What the absolute hell?
Sometimes it gets dirty, and I have to clean it because of my gross mouth
I don't
being
think
all up on it.
I don't think we did. Episode 69 was called "Don't Put Your Nose in the Puddles," and it was when we visited when we went to California, and Ben lived there, and I don't think
I
we
really
did.
don't think so. I don't, because we're not announcing the episode titles. That's why. That's wild that you chose this week to do that.
It's wild.
That's wild. That's absolutely wild.
For no reason.
For no fucking reason, dude.
No reason.
Wow.
What am I drinking? Oh, I haven't started drinking it yet. I'm drinking Spindrift Spiked Sparkling Water Pineapple, or I will be. There we go. This is from that same 12 pack from the first time I bought them. It's fine.
How is it? Dusty?
It's fine. Actually, you're gonna make fun of me, but I think these are actually a lot better cold, because I think maybe the first one I drank was not.
That's famously true of all alcoholic beverages. except for ones that you specifically drink hot. Yes, hot toddy and Glühwein, etc. You either drink them ice cold or hot. There's no serve room temperature.
Yeah, it's true.
Best taste at room temperature. At warm temperature.
Erin, what are you drinking? And is it cold?
Yes. Both things I'm drinking are cold. I'm drinking one of those Untitled Art Florida seltzers. That's not really a seltzer. Prickly pear guava. 5%.
Not really.
And-
Because it like has puree in it and stuff. It's not really a
Yeah,
seltzer.
it's just yeah, exactly. Purified water, alcohol from sugar, guava puree, passion fruit concentrate, potassium sorbate, natural flavors. Okay.
Nice.
And then but it is carbonated, so at least there's that. And I'm drinking a cup. Yes, a cup of water.
A cup?
A cup. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
I mean, yesterday.
Hannah, can we?
What? What's up?
I just keep wanting to comment on it, so can you please just tell the listeners about your exciting life update?
Okay. I cut most of my hair off. I have like a pixie cut now.
It looks so great. I'm just really enjoying it, and your earrings are popping. She's got like a glossed lip at this time. I think she put on a little bit of a face for us.
I do not. I put on like a tinted moisturizer. Actually, that's one of the things. I don't know if this
You
will
put
stay.
on a face for us,
But like this morning,
you have like eyeshadow on.
yeah, I do. I have eyeshadow on. I woke up today and I was like,
Wait, feeling like P. Diddy or not?
I'm feeling like P. Diddy, but I was feeling like I could actually see my face for like I've had. So okay, to give the listener a picture, because we haven't. They don't see, most of them don't see us very much. I haven't had my hair cut professionally in like 3 years, like since pre-pandemic times. It was already kind of overdue for a haircut when the pandemic hit. And then
Overdue for a hairdo.
That's right.
Continue.
And then I learned. Man.
Hannah, can you put those together? Can you use your filter, your AO sync
Yeah, definitely.
AO filter? Thank you.
And then I learned to trim my hair myself, and I was like, oh, this is great. I'm just gonna have long hair and I'll just trim it myself whenever I start getting split ends. And I was fine with that for like a couple of years, and my hair got like really long. Like it was starting to get like close to my butt. And then I just got really angry and tired of it like a week ago. I was like, it never looks any good anymore. I don't know what to do with it. I told myself I would learn braiding, and I have not, and I don't want to. So I was just like, I'm going to cut it off. And then I just was like, I don't want to go back to the way it was. And so I decided to just go ahead and like chop it all off. And I'm like very happy that I did. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. You're well on your way for, I feel like the next iteration of this is some sort of undercut.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome.
Yeah, it's actually longer than I kind of, like the picture I gave her, I think was a little shorter. And I would go shorter. But she didn't, I mean, it was like a Thursday night. Like she clearly wanted to get home, and it looked good. So I was like, okay, this is a first step, and then we'll see where we go from here.
I wonder if that's a calculated thing, because when I got my hair chopped off for the first time, they left it a lot longer than the reference picture. I wonder if they do that for first timers so that like there's less of a freak out, and then you can kind of iteratively get it shorter and shorter.
Or isn't it a common thing to want to cut all your hair off and then immediately regret it and want your hair back? At least that's a common thing for Kylie.
Really?
Yeah.
She'll
be like so tired of her hair and be like, oh, I just want to cut all of it off. And then like a day later be like, man, I miss my long hair.
Wow.
There's like a trope of, back in the day when, before we all realized how problematic Top Model was in like a million ways. I used to watch it every season. And there was like a trope where like there was always at least one girl who would go from long hair to like a super short, or not even that short, but just like they'd cut a lot of length off their hair in the makeovers, and she would cry and throw a fit about it. And I always like passed such strong judgment on them. And I thought maybe this experience would help me understand them better, but it didn't. But they,
I still think they're pathetic.
I do get like it was like 3 years worth of growth that you just like chop off. Like I can see how you could feel like regret or like a sense of loss about that. But for me, it's like I feel like I've been set free. Like I feel.
Does your hair,
love that.
Does your hair
great.
grow fast? Kind of.
I think so. Kind of. I don't really know.
My hair grows incredibly fast, and it's really annoying.
Erin, you got a haircut too this week. I mean, it's like the same haircut that you always get. But like, when's yours scheduled for, Ben? Catch up.
I got a haircut like less than a month ago, didn't I? When I found out my barber might be a serial killer. Did I talk about this on the pod?
No! No, you certainly did not.
Well, I'm extrapolating quite a bit from a story he told me. It was fucking weird. He's like normally, he's kind of an older guy. He's like in his 60s, and he's normally just like very gruff. But then, we were doing haircut small talk, which I hate, and is one of the reasons why I only get like one haircut a year. And it came up that I'm from Cape Cod, and he like instantly opened up and was like much more friendly because he had like spent his summers on Cape Cod. And one of the first stories he told me that he looked so fondly on was catching frogs in like bogs and swamps and stuff, and then dissecting them alive.
Oh my God.
And I was Jesus fucking Christ, dude. And he was like so happy about it. And he told me a story about when he brought them like into his 6th grade science class and like convinced his teacher to let them all dissect them. And I was like, what the fuck? Teacher shouldn't have done that, dude. What the fuck?
Wow.
It's so weird. And he was so thrilled about it. So I was like, that's serial killer behavior.
Yeah.
And
absolutely true.
also he like works with blades every day. He's a little Sweeney Todd
maybe
type,
see a
maybe.
new barber.
Gives a good haircut though, that guy.
That's rough.
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Gives a good haircut.
I feel #blessed too. My barber's so fucking funny, and we just laugh the whole time when we're together. It's great, and she gives a great haircut.
Nice.
So,
Love that for you.
Yeah, I do. Last time I was getting my haircut, she said to me, I was going to shave your neck, but you don't have one. Like, she is so fucking savage. I was like, I'm wearing a polo shirt.
Oh, I thought that was just her like misspeaking.
No, that was her being savage on purpose.
Holy shit. You got rocked.
Yeah. The name of the place is Rocks, actually.
Wow.
What?
Incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a weird name for a barber. Like
The name of mine
probably
is
not
Louis,
spelled.
Louis Barbershop, and I got my haircut by Louis.
It's probably not spelled like the things that are like in the garden, right?
What, rocks?
Rocks? How's it
The
spelled?
things in the garden?
Yeah.
Like rocks of the ground?
Yes, it's spelled like rocks on the ground.
Yeah. What? How else would it be spelled?
Why is it called
Also,
that?
what the fuck is with saying it? The things in the garden.
The things in the garden. Like the first thing I think of when I think of a garden is definitely a rock. It's like rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been better. I
Of
admit
the 3 categories of things, animal, vegetable, and mineral, I would think of animal and vegetable in the garden before I think of mineral.
In the garden.
Okay, this may have been a personal association.
The garden.
In my garden.
In my garden.
In my garden. And things in my garden. Like, I feel like we've removed most of the rocks from our garden.
That would be worse if you said, like, the things in my garden.
We have big rocks in our backyard.
Oh, like underground. Like those, you mean?
Yeah.
Wow, also not even, I wasn't even with you there, but
Yeah, we've got clay.
you now.
You're like, it's a tough climate up here. The only thing we can grow is rocks.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think it's a weird name. They did have a sister, I almost said restaurant, sister salon called Rock, Paper, Scissors.
It would be a weird name for a
I thought
restaurant.
It was cute. It would, but not too weird, honestly.
For like a bar and restaurant? Rocks could be a good name.
Oh, Rocks.
On the
Okay.
Rocks.
Okay.
My barber shop is also a bar, and you can get a free haircut beer.
Well, that makes
Which I
sense.
rarely do.
What's a haircut
Which I rarely
beer?
do, honestly. It's a beer that you...
With the hair in it.
Yeah. They make it from hair. The hair that's kinda...
It's fermented haircut hair.
They take hair that's fallen and they take rocks, from the garden, and then they make a beer out of that.
They call it hair on the rocks.
That's right. Yeah, I'm really, really excited to relearn how jewelry looks on me and how makeup looks on me and how my clothes kind of look on me, because it's like a whole different thing now. So, and how to style it. I don't have any. That's part of the reason I didn't wash it yet, because I still don't know what it's going to look like when it has nothing in it, which is going to be the state of it until I find things to style it with. So I have some stuff on order.
It's going to be all up in your fucking face is what it's going to be. All in your eyes.
It's not, the bangs are not too long, but I still.
Okay.
Like, it's not going to be in my eyes, but I don't know if I'm going to like the way it looks, so.
Cute. Well, very cute. Looks great. Good adventure.
Yeah.
Love it. What does Ian think?
He's getting used to it. Ian is, like, not great with, like, any kind of big changes. He knew it was coming, and that helped a lot. He was very, very supportive about it. And, like, I think overall he does like it, but he just always needs time to adjust to big changes. You know what else the hair lady said, which made me really, really think, was she said, because my hair is so naturally oily, and especially now that it's so short, it would probably take fine to bleach. And I maybe could, like, go back for a color consult about, like, getting my hair white like I want.
Yo.
White.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Gray, white,
That shouldn't
silver.
surprise you, Ben. She's talked so often about wanting silver hair.
Yeah.
And that's in right now. That's really quite in right now.
Yeah. It is, like, kind of high maintenance, though. So, I don't know. Like,
More high maintenance than other colors?
Yes. Yes. Why? I don't know. Ask a hairstylist.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Yeah, is it... That also confuses me. Is it drier or something?
I don't think it's... I truly don't know, but I think, like, any color that's like a... Yeah, I don't know, actually. Anything I would say would be made up. But I recently saw a TikTok about it where they said that it was, like, a pretty high maintenance color. And I think like, even your blue, Erin, is probably considered relatively high maintenance. Because it's also, like, even just the number of, like, the amount of maintenance you have to do just to keep it blue. Like, the number of times you have to go back to... It's not like you can just bleach your hair and then dye it a color or tone it a color and then just, like, not do anything... Like, not go back to the salon for, like, months like I usually do and have it look, you know, like it's not just blonde or, like, you know, green or whatever.
Mine's doing good.
Yeah, but
though.
you go back regularly, right?
Not to dye it. I haven't dyed it.
I like how you have, like, your roots coming in underneath.
Yeah, I
so
do
it,
too.
like, goes
Yeah,
back to
I think
blue.
it
It's
looks great.
Cool.
My barber was like, "Did you come back and dye it?" And I was like, "No, I don't shampoo it and I don't hair dry it."
Oh, yeah,
And so
that's
it's
another
held
thing. I'm really
the
excited
color
to try
pretty well.
no poo again with, as much as I hate the name, with short hair because I think it would
You don't
actually be a
have to
huge
say it.
benefit.
You don't have to call it
Yeah, you
that.
don't
I
have
just
to
say
use that
I don't
one.
use shampoo.
But then how would I say I'm excited to try it? To try not using
I'm excited
shampoo.
to try
not shampooing.
not using shampoo. Yeah.
I don't
You
know
speak
about all
English,
that.
right? You know how to structure sentences?
Kind of.
That is questionable.
Yeah.
After the rocks from the garden, like the things in the garden comment was a
Look.
little English as a second language to me.
I've got a lot of rocks in my garden, so you know. Oh man.
Let's just get this up front out of the way real quick. I am sorry. I did not watch
Holy shit.
Heartstopper, and every time I made a couple attempts. Listen, I've just got a lot on my plate. And I also call it Heartstopper, Heartthrobber, and then finally Heart. What do I call it? Heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Heartthrobber, and then Heartstopper.
Heartthrobber sounds fucking weird.
Like Heartthrob.
I know, but for some reason, when you make it Heartthrobber,
Yeah, it's
it
not
sounds
great.
like creepy for some reason.
it does. It sounds
does.
really weird.
It sounds sinister.
100% agree. So I'm sorry, Hannah.
Yeah. And Ben.
Oh, and Ben.
Yeah.
Ben, have you
I'm
gotten
less sorry to Ben. I'm sorry to Ben -4 episodes.
have you gotten have you downloaded Sea of Thieves, Ben?
I have downloaded it, I think. I haven't played it.
Oh.
Because
Well.
you know, my other pirate obsession, I've still been watching a lot of One Piece in all of my free time, basically.
What if you
Except
did
for
both
the other
at
thing I've been
same
watching,
time?
which is my obsession.
Ooh.
Well,
Well,
teaser. It's a show.
We could pop in at this this juncture.
It's no longer a teaser.
I think, unless there are other upfronts, we could pop in at this point, at this stage in the game.
I don't got none.
I don't think I got
Do I? Wait,
any.
I want to make sure. What were the other obsessions from last week, in case there were follow-ups based on that?
Hold on. Well, you can look too.
Cat stroller.
Cat
Are
stroller.
there
We
anything
haven't
else?
No emails.
taken Como out again yet, but we're doing it this weekend. We were too busy last weekend.
What were the other ones?
Erin's trip to
Thieves.
Paris and
Right.
Sea of Thieves.
Is that next week that you're going, Erin, or is it the week?
I leave next Sunday.
Oh my god!
So we have one more podcast episode before we take I think 3-week hiatus. Unless y'all want to record without me, which you totally can and should if you want to.
Maybe we'll play it by ear, I think. But don't assume we're going to, is what I would say. And then Ben and Kylie are away. It might be like we just take the month of June off, pretty much. Or I'll do book
That's
clubs
fine.
when we're off. So
We're allowed.
yeah. Actually, let's
That's right.
announce that
Summer
now.
vacation.
That sounds nice. Let's announce that now. We're taking a summer vacation. We're taking the month of June off from the podcast, and I will be finishing Ella Enchanted in that time through the book clubs released on Sundays. And then we'll be back July 10th.
10th.
KOA campgrounds are cool. I don't know why we never stayed at them growing up.
KOA?
Yeah, there's
KOA.
KOA. They're like all
What's
over the
up?
country. Actually, maybe not even just the country. Like there might be like all over the place. And there are like different types. There's like ones that are called Journey that are like kind of just more like waypoints where you can park your RV that have like basic amenities. But then there are ones that are called Holiday, which have like their own attractions at the campground. So you book a site or a cabin and you camp, and you also like they have pools, and they have like maybe they're on a pond, and you can rent fishing equipment and like stuff like that. Or like the one we stayed at in Herkimer, that was where we stayed when we went Herkimer diamond mining, was at a KOA. It was like right across the street from the mine. So we just stayed in a nice cabin, and then we would like walk across the street to go mining during the day. So check it
Freaking
out.
love it.
Yeah, if you haven't, I'll leave this in. If you haven't ever thought about camping with KOA, you should consider looking at their website and seeing which ones are around you, because it might have a fun time if you do that.
Freaking cool.
Wait, is there one on the Cape?
No, there's one that says that calls itself Cape Cod, but
Boston
it's
/ Cape Cod.
like, yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah.
It's 15 miles west of Plymouth. That's not Cape Cod or Boston.
I know.
At all.
I know.
What the fuck? Oh, it's
What
in
I like-
Middleborough.
Yeah, what I like about them is you can rent campgrounds and put up your own tent and all that kind of stuff. You can bring an RV, like rent a parking spot for an RV. And I imagine those things cost less. But also, at least at the ones, I don't know if this is every single one. Maybe the Journey ones don't have this. But for like all of the ones that are like also have some attractions of their own, they have different types of cabins, and like they're all kind of privately run, so the types of cabins vary a lot from location to location, and some of them are like really cool, like some of them are powered exclusively by solar power, or some of them are like tree houses, like they're kind of on stilts and up like in the trees and stuff. Like there's all kinds of fun little like things about them, and they have like everything you
Cute.
could need. So
Love
dig
it.
a lot less prep
Cute.
than normal camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I like
Probably better
the
sleep.
being outdoors and hiking part of camping, but I don't like sleeping in a tent,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
KOA, it could be just the thing for you, Ben.
Wow.
Not sponsored. Just enjoy
Should
it.
be.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to bleep out their name until they sponsor us. Just kidding. I do not have time for that. All right, let's pop into this shit.
It's me,
Ben.
right?
Ben,
What you got?
the fuck is your obsession?
All right. It's a Netflix show.
Oh.
It's like the cutest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
And as-
I think I know what it
As
is.
Kylie puts it, it's just an injection of serotonin straight to the brain every night.
I think I know what it is. Can I guess?
Yeah,
I think it's old enough.
it's old enough.
What is that?
Have you watched it, Erin?
No, I saw the preview and I saw a really funny
Oh
SNL
my god,
skit-
it's so
sketch.
good, you guys. It's
Did you
so
see the
good.
SNL parody
No, I
sketch?
didn't. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, I think you
It's
would enjoy
a
that.
Japanese show where they have little kids, like 2 to 4 years old, like toddlers, go on their first errand alone. And it is just the cutest shit in the world. From the kid, there's like, I mean, the thing that's maybe the cutest thing is that the vast majority of them are like so excited to like do something on their own and so proud of themselves and just like get to work and like fucking Oh, there was a 2-year-old. Shout out to Miro, 2-year-old from I don't know, remember what episode, but she like went like farther than they have some of like the 4-year-olds go. And part of her errand was like, this is spoilers, but they're like 10-minute they're like 10 to 20 minutes, 20 minutes max. They're usually like 10 or 11 minutes. They're just like little bites of just like happiness, and spoilers don't fucking matter because it's just the point is watching the cute kids do the thing. And she forgot to do like half of the errand, or like couldn't find the store that she was supposed to go to. And then she like got home and was so upset with herself that she didn't pick up her mom's watch that was at the watch store that got repaired. She was like and it was so freaking sweet. And she was like, no, I'll go get it. And she went back out and got it. It was incredible. Oh, she was the best. And there was another girl who like just the whole time, every time she like did something well, like she was walking along, she like spotted the store she was supposed to go to, and she was like, oh, there it is. Man, I'm so smart. I'm a genius. And it's also like I didn't realize, because I haven't been around a lot of small kids, just like how much they talk to themselves, because they don't know they're on camera, especially the young ones. Like the way they film it is that they have the crew like walking around the town or whatever they're in dressed up as like normal people, but they're like carrying a briefcase or something else that has a camera in it. And even
cute.
though they're pointing it at the kids are so unobservant most of the time because they're little kids that they don't know at all. And so like that they're just like running monologue they have all the time is just completely themselves. They have no idea that they're like doing it for a camera. Oh my God, that same girl who was like saying how smart she was, on the way back, she just like stopped in the road and put her hands up to her face and was like, yeah, Mom, I'm coming home. Like, I'll be there soon. As if she was on the phone. Oh, it's so great. I just love it. So it's been like our like right before bed show. Yeah. And it's just like such a nice way to end the night. Especially because it's so like short. It's just like you can watch as many as you want or as few as you want and get as much satisfaction either way. Just huge recommend.
How do they ensure the safety of the small children?
There are crew like every 2 feet.
Okay, cool.
Like the you can see it often when they're showing various shots from like across the road or whatever, that there are the crew that are filming them are like, there are a lot of them basically along the whole path that they're supposed to go. And there have been times where they like step in and do something for them if it's something's getting dangerous or whatever.
Cute.
Yeah.
That sounds so cute.
It's so fucking good. I love it. Huge, massive recommend. And also huge, massive shout out to
Mira.
Kylie, because she started watching it alone first, and then I started watching it with her. Well, because she wanted me to. I wasn't just copycatting. She was like, you have to watch this show. It's so good. It also made me wonder, like and I'm curious what y'all's thoughts on this will be when you watch it. Like how the same
after
idea
you watch Heartstopper, Erin.
Yeah, I know.
I was thinking like I wonder how the same idea would work in America with American kids. Because like, I don't know, I feel like the culture of Japan is so like, it's much less individualistic like it is in America, where like we're just kind of taught to do everything for ourselves versus like being, you know, very
reliant
focused on the greater good and like the community. Yeah, like part of what was so cute about the Miro episode was that she knew like everyone in the neighborhood, and everyone she passed was like, great job, Miro, you're doing awesome, just like cheering her on. It was because it was just like a little town. It was so sweet. And I just like don't know if there's that same like you know how they at like Japanese kindergartens and preschools, they have the kids like clean up everything completely at the end of the day or something, and they're just like happy to do it a lot of the time because it's like part of their routine and just like part of the culture that you kind of like help out like that. And I'm not sure that's as much of a thing in America. Like I feel like, I don't know, I would just be curious to see them do it with American kids. I don't know if it would ever, definitely a very different culture.
Yeah, I wonder if it could ever even get greenlit in America, at least like right now. Like I feel like the culture around like I don't know, like there's this like big like satanic panic thing happening around like child abductions and trafficking and stuff, which is mostly made up, but like I don't know, like, would people react really negatively, just like strangers watching the filming, to like seeing, would they think that child was being stolen or something? Like, you know, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Ben, do you want to watch this SNL skit together? It's 4 minutes, or you
Sure.
want to watch it later?
We can watch it together.
Here, I'll share.
Cool.
So I feel like that's basically a preview. Because then I saw it on Netflix, and I was like, oh, this show! And I
That
watched
was
the preview
very
there,
accurate with how it often goes with kids, except for the part where the mom has to have sex with the kid.
That's good.
Watch the skit.
Although I will say, something I forgot to mention that is, I also find to just be so cute about it is, like how worried the parents are the whole time for their kid, and how like worried they're not gonna be able to do it. And then also, like half the time the kid fucks something up about the errand because they're a child, a small child, and like no matter what, when they come back, the parents like, oh my god, you did such a great job, even if they like absolutely like skipped a step or whatever, they're just like so thrilled for them, and it's so nice.
Aw.
That's really nice. That sounds great. I'm going to watch that at a time where I've also watched Heartstopper.
Thank you for
Throbber.
qualifying in that way.
You're welcome. I mean it.
That sounds so cute. I will watch
Cute.
it.
Good obsession, Ben.
Yeah,
Thanks.
great one.
I like those length of shows. It's like I Think You Should Leave is also that runtime, which is really great if you just need to just watch a little something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, baby. All right, should we pop into me now?
Yeah.
You
Yes,
said it's on
please.
Netflix, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, great.
Yes, please. Let's pop right in.
All right, mine's a repeat, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I should have looked up the last time that I talked about it. Let me see.
A threepeat?
No, I don't think it's a threepeat.
A fourpeat?
No. All right, I last talked about this obsession in episode 157, Calling This for Joby Biden, which is one of the most time marked, like, you know exactly that was in November of 2020.
Calling this for Joe B. Brandon.
Yeah, right. It's a video game, which is the same joke Ian made last week.
Spiritfarer. It's Spiritfarer.
It is Spiritfarer. Did you cheat?
Yes.
Oh.
Did you cheat?
No, I didn't.
How do you know
cheat.
that?
You talked
That's
about
like
it on
not a
Marco
new
Polo.
game.
Oh, yeah. So,
Do you know who loves that game?
who?
Sarah. Our good friend Sarah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
I
you should
did
hit
not
her
know
up
that.
about that game. I bought that game, but I haven't played it yet.
Oh, okay. So the reason that I got back into Spiritfarer is because I saw on TikTok, someone was making like a cozy games roundup on TikTok, and it was in there, but I noticed in the footage that she put in that there was a character, there was an update and a character that I had not met or seen before, and I was like, oh shit, did they update it? And then I went and actually looked at the listing in on the Switch, and they've actually updated it like 3 times. So there are several characters I haven't met yet. So then I was like, oh, let me go like queue up my old file, and then I remembered that my old file was on my Switch Lite, which I have misplaced currently somewhere in the stuff we packed and moved into this house, which is such a bad excuse because it's almost been a year since we moved here, but we still have boxes. So we bought it again. We bought it on the big Switch because the other thing is Ian never played it. So I had him start a file, and he like took right to it. He's been, oh yeah, I did on Marco Polo. I shared like after a day, he had made more progress than I had made like in my first week of playing it. Because he just like immediately, it's just one of those games that you get into like a loop with it where there's just like always a next thing to do. And they're all like quick little tasks. You're like, oh, I'll just do this one more thing. I'll just go harvest these vegetables, and then I'll stop. And then you're like, oh, but actually I got to set the course for this place, and then I'll stop. And it just keeps you going. And plus, like, you've got, so the premise of Spiritfarer, for those who haven't heard of it before, is that you are like you are basically in the afterlife, like this kind of like midpoint between people dying and people ceasing to exist. That's what the space that you live in, and you are you have taken over being like the kind of the boatman for those people, like in that like what mythology is Karen from, like Charon? Greek mythology. Like there's like
Karen, it's like crazy way, like
yeah
but not my mom.
No.
So. My mom is Karen, but not a Karen.
Yeah,
so.
That's right.
Sorry.
The
wish that was crisper.
So Karen at the beginning of the game hands off the reins to you basically, and is like, you are now going to be helping these spirits pass from one plane of existence to another. And you take guests onto your boat, and all of them take the form of a different animal, and they're all like, the character design is really, really cute. And they all have their unique stories about like what their life was like and how they passed and what their struggles were in their life that they need to get past before they can move on. And also like skills that they had in their life that they can now pass on to you before they leave, that you then get to keep using for the rest of the game. Like they teach you how to weave on a loom, and they how to build a loom and how to weave on a loom. And they teach you how to, cut wood into planks, right? Like all these things that you use to build up and create more of your, more things for your ship and more things for the other guests and stuff like that. Passengers, I should say. I think they're usually called passengers. So it's, so every character is really unique. It's very like exciting and motivating to get to know all of them. It's very bittersweet when you do have to let them, like, bring them to the Everdor to help them pass on. And I cried at it several times, I think, because you really get attached to a lot of the characters. And one of the best things about it, which I know Kylie and I have talked about at length before, is that every passenger that you have on your ship has a different way of hugging you, or you have a different hug with them. And they're all really, really cute. And they all, they just have their different needs, and you're just there to meet their needs and help them. And there's like also a story about your character that you're kind of learning as you go along, because that your character also had a life before they were here. So it's, and also so your character's name's Stella, and I think she's black. It's hard because the character designs are very small, but I'm pretty sure she is. And then also she has a giant hat, and she's a cat named Daffodil, who's extremely cute, who comes with her everywhere and has he's a boy, has his own Everlight, like that you both have, like your little lights that can turn into whatever, and that's like,
and he plays with it during an idle animation.
Yeah, he does.
It's so cute.
What's up, Erin?
Can I ask a clarifying question? Is the character black and a cat, or a black cat?
No, the cat's white. I think that Stella's black.
And has a cat.
Yeah.
I thought you were an animal in Spiritfarer. I thought you were
all
like a
the
fox.
other people are. Stella is a human.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So it's just really, really nice. Yeah. There are some quality of life things about it. Some of them that they seem to have addressed in subsequent updates. Like you can, as you're traveling around the map, you can now set waypoints. You can go through you don't have to just chart a direct course to where you're going, which will probably doesn't mean much to people who haven't played it, but it will matter to people who have. And then also, you can set it on Do Not Disturb, so that there's like events that you pass through when you're traveling, but if you don't want to pass through them, you can set it to like, it's not called Do Not Disturb, but that's basically what it does. It's just like gets you straight to where you're going.
Nice.
The thing that is still kind of a problem for me sometimes is that the text can be kind of small, and you can adjust the text for the characters, like their speech bubbles for anybody that's talking, but the menu texts when you're like trying to like create things, or like, build things or figure out what you need to build things, is still like pretty tiny, which I feel like is a problem no matter what kind of screen you're on, because it's hard for me to read it on the TV. And I guess when it was handheld, I could bring the thing closer to my face to read it, but it's still like even smaller on that screen. So that's like the one thing. And then I think Mom played it and she got like stuck after a certain point, which is not unusual for her, but I've had other people tell me that as well, that after a certain point they felt like they didn't know what to do anymore. It's like very handholdy at the beginning, and then it just kind of like lets you completely off the leash at the end. And I think it needs to maybe strike a little bit of a better balance between those two ends. But there's so much to love about it, even if you don't end up finishing it. So I've started a new file, And Ian has made tons of progress. I think he might finish soon, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to play it. I think about it like all day at work. Like I'm like, I wish I could play it more. I'm gonna play it after this tonight, I think.
I really enjoyed watching Kylie play a lot of Spiritfarer.
Yeah.
It's very fun to watch.
It's great.
It's very relaxing.
It's so relaxing. And there's so many things to do, and there's like so much. I mean, I know that I said like each of the characters have like this type of thing and this type of thing and this type of thing, but there's so much variability to all of their stories and the things that they need from you or need to do on their own and stuff like that. You really have like it really is like a very individualized journey with each of them. There's hardly anything that's the same, and I think the writing is really excellent as well, because with a game with that much talking in it, you would think that it would get tiresome, but except for like a couple characters, like there's a shark that he's not one of your passengers. He just like runs the shipyard that like upgrades your ship, and he always has these like dumb like punny dad jokes, and I love a good pun, but like it's like you cannot skip them. Like you can't just get down to business with him. You have to let him tell you a joke before he'll let you upgrade your ship, and that's annoying, but it's like a very small thing, and most of the writing's really great. So,
and it's like true to form of the people, kind of interacting with the kind of people who tell jokes like that.
Yeah, I guess
they kind of trap you.
So yeah, I just love it. Just to re-up on playing Spiritfarer, and if you are someone who has played it, but it has been a while, go and check back and see if there are new things for you to do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Erin, you should play that, but first you should watch Heartstopper.
10-4. You got it.
10-4, good buddy.
10-4.
Sweet. Well,
I'm on it.
That's that. Spiritfarer again.
You know what? I'll download Heartthrobber and watch it on my big plane ride.
That's a great idea.
I'll do.
And it's very good. It's very good for watching in public because it's like a teen show. So even though it's a romantic show, there's nothing like really dirty in it. So
I mean, they do
Great for a
kiss.
yeah, there's kissing.
It's gay.
It's not
Before marriage.
dirty, Ben.
What if I sit next to gay people? That would be so great.
That'd be so nice.
They'll be like, "Are you watching Heartstopper?"
Yeah.
I love this.
How infrequent is that when you sit next to a gay person?
You know what I've been wondering about that? Well, I don't think it's that infrequent. I mean, it's like at least 10% of the population, right?
Which is got to be an outdated number.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Extremely. That feels wrong.
That's why I said at
Yeah.
least.
Maybe I'll ask the flight attendant and be like, "Can you switch seats? Can you help me find
you switch
some
seats
other gay
with
people? Can you help me find some gay people to sit next to? Thank you."
I was wondering with my new haircut if people will react differently to me in public, like if I'll read as more queer because my hair is shorter.
Yeah, this is why I'm saying you gotta get that undercut. The moment you get an undercut, that's the queer flag, baby.
I know, it just seems like a lot of upkeep. And also, like, I feel like I've
kind of just shave part of your side. Molly does that. She always just kind of gets home from a haircut and then gives herself a little bit of a shave on one side.
I also feel like my
Molly
hair's
have an
not thick
undercut?
enough to pull that off, but
It's not an undercut, but one of the sides. She has, the long hair, and she always buzzes one of the sides.
oh,
I feel like I
didn't
haven't
know that.
noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to have a little. Oh,
That's
queer.
cool.
This hair may say read straight to you, but it's not.
Let me flip this up. See?
Yeah, the two biggest flags that people recognize Molly as a gay person in public is her a little shaved part, but also like being with me, the gayest looking person. It's like, I think that lady's gay.
I like don't like there's no reason to, so I don't really talk about like my sexuality at work, but I have started populating my backdrop with rainbows. Like I have a rainbow light
noticed that.
and I have a rainbow like wall hanging as well in my workspace, and they both just like are right behind me. There's one for when I'm sitting down and there's one for when I'm standing up. Just in case anyone ever wants to.
I was like, I noticed that the other day, but then I'm like, I guess not on
the
this
same
video.
background. Yeah.
On a Marco Polo.
Yes, it's on Marco Polo.
Oh.
He had a ton of rainbows. Yeah, I was like, okay.
And I have rainbows on my
Okay.
phone also. So
rainbows on my phone.
So that's it. Spiritfarer.
Spirit, and that's Spirit Fair Hair.
That's right.
Spirit FAIR space HAIR.
Erin, actually, I would love to pick your brain at some point about styling products, speaking of hair. But not...
Yeah, because we have probably the same fine hair.
Yeah, probably.
Brown's finest hair.
I have a couple of things on the way to me, but I'm curious what works well for you. And also, like, how much of it is just the oil that you have because of... Or the sebum from...
Because of the no poo. A lot is just the no poo. But I do use a clay pomade.
Okay. I didn't like what... This one, like, really is very sticky in the, like, right where she put it on. I don't know if I like that.
I'll send you the brand.
Okay.
Yeah, I use a very specific thing I can send you.
Sweet.
And it washes out, and it smells like vanilla icing. Ooh. Like, literally like a jar of vanilla icing.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's your obsession, though, Erin?
Okay, hello.
Is it vanilla icing pomade?
It's not vanilla icing pomade. Mine is also a repeat. An unashamedly repeat. So I'm so glad that you had one too, Hannah.
Nice.
Excuse me, but it is, if I search my heart, obviously I'm still preparing for my trip to Dublin, Paris, which I'm so fucking excited about. Mm-hmm. Really excited to see my parents and Little Bear, the dog. But anyway.
And our parents.
Yeah.
And your parents.
Shout out. They're there now. They've been there for like a day or two at this point.
They're in Scotland now.
Oh.
Yeah, they are.
Cool.
Oh, this is interesting. We've talked about it 3 times in this podcast.
Really?
Yeah, hold on. When was the first episode we talked about this? Okay. We talked about it. I brought it. My obsession is Taskmaster.
Oh shit, okay.
Just truly, madly, deeply. Some more seasons have become available to us, and we've been watching it. And I just love that show! And I talked about it for the first time on episode 181, prior to that beer.
Nice.
And then we talked about it again on episode 184. Well, we learned a lot in a hostile way, where I think... Who watched it then?
Maybe Ben.
Maybe it's just still in there. But then Ben watched it, I think, episode 209. No. It's just been in the Watch Taskmaster on YouTube for 3 episodes. I don't know why. 209, a redo of a bath I tried to take. Anyway, it's coming up again. So I was just like reappreciating Taskmaster. Molly and I, watch it in bed on our little iPad. If we get in bed early enough, we watch 2 episodes, which is such a treat. Sometimes we have a little bowl of ice cream, we'll eat, we'll watch it. It's just so nice, and we'll cuddle up and watch Taskmaster. And I just like continue to appreciate the show because we're on season 10, I think, and there's only one more season available to us I had to buy it on Amazon Prime, but maybe on YouTube. I think they're up to season 13. I don't know how I'm going to watch the rest of the seasons, but I'm enjoying it while I can. And something I really appreciate about it is I've watched now 10 seasons of it, and every single episode hits so hard. It's not like you watch an episode and you're like, oh, that was okay. It's like every episode is so good from beginning to end. The jokes hit, the tasks are fun, the banter's good. I like belly laugh at every single episode. Can
I throw a little bit of a wrench in that? Because I'm curious if you had a similar experience, which is that we started watching Taskmaster again like a month ago. Mm-hmm. After we finished, so we took a break after we finished the first 5 seasons because we didn't want to like watch it all at once, and then we picked up on season 6, and both of us after like 3 or 4 episodes were like, man, this season is really not hitting at all.
Oh, which one?
I felt like it missed. It was one with Alice Levine and Russell. What's his name? I
liked that one just fine. I watched that one. We'll skip it.
Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do because for some reason it's just not hitting us.
Oh, I liked this one. I really liked this one because I liked Liza Tarbuck.
Yeah, she was great. She was like the saving grace of most episodes. She was hilarious. I also liked the bald guy. But I think me too. In the safari costume. Oh, I liked this series. I think it was mostly Alice Levine which is funny because I did listen to My Dad Wrote a Porno and really liked her.
I liked her too.
And the guy whose name I can't think of, that's Russell something. Mm-hmm. I always found him kind of, I don't know, not as funny. What the fuck is his last name?
I didn't have that experience, and I know. I mean, the next season has James A. Caster in it, season 7. So you're gonna.
We actually already watched that, and because I really wanted to watch James A. Caster season. Yeah. So fucking funny.
Yeah, season 9, I mean, was absolutely a standout to me as well. What's with season 8? I didn't have that experience. I find like every it's just such a good fucking show. Oh, season 8 is also really good.
Russell Howard, that's who I was thinking of.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong. So, yeah, season 8 is great too. I just love it.
It's just an incredibly good show.
It's
the
really
thing is, like,
quality.
no matter, even if there are one or two people who you don't find as funny, like we're experiencing season 6, like, Alex Horn and Greg Davies and just like the tasks themselves make the show incredibly good, no matter the cast. Yeah. But then, and then like in basically every episode, the cast is also amazing. So it's just great.
And I was really appreciating like the production quality is top notch. Like, shout out to whoever produces and edits the show. They'll just be like, I'm just like, this show is sometimes so artful and it has no reason to be. Like, just like, there are some just creative filming sometimes, like some creative shots. The editing is really like interesting. I always think about that with the interludes. Fucking
like, with like Alex always holding like a 1 and then like a 2 and a 3 and a 4. But it's like always in a creative way, and they have never repeated them.
Yep.
When like they easily could just like throw up a Taskmaster logo.
Yep. And sometimes they'll be edited to kind of allude to, or like in the theme of the task that's about to come.
Yeah.
And you kind of think of it afterwards. It's just, I just love it. I just love it. And I also feel like I have it would be so fun to be on Taskmaster. Like, just like that sort of feeling of like, you know, maybe someday we'll like do a Taskmaster party or something like that. That could be really fun. Anyway, I love it. I know Hannah doesn't like it, but
it's okay. To
we love it.
It's not that I don't
love that
like
tasky
it.
masky.
I think it's fine. I just like I always feel like there's something I'm not getting about it. Like there's something I'm missing. I don't know what. But I do agree. It seems like it's made with a lot of love. Like, and the production value is great. And I love the aesthetics very much. Like that house they're always at. Is
good aesthetics.
Cool.
And Greg and Alex have such good chemistry together. I just love it so much.
Yeah, they're great. Great show.
That's my sesh.
What season have you been watching most recently, Erin?
We are on season. We'll finish up season 10 tonight, and then we'll probably head on to season 11. So we watched season 9 and 10 in the past couple of weeks.
Nice.
And both were fantastic.
Nice.
Those are the ones that just recently became available on YouTube.
Part of season 9 is available on YouTube. We purchased part of season 9 on Amazon Prime and all of season 10 on Amazon Prime to have it.
There's also apparently a Taskmaster app that you can get that has them all or something. Or weren't they like releasing? I saw like a news article. That was a weird way to say that. I saw something online.
I saw a press release.
That where Alex Horn was announcing that they were releasing basically a streaming service that was just for Taskmaster.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Taskmaster Supermax Plus.
Wow.
Was that on April Fool's Day?
No, because it's real.
Let me download this. What's the catch?
It sounds like a joke.
I don't think there is one. It has just all of the Taskmaster seasons on it. Up to season 9.
I have a question. Do you know how this show came about? How it came to exist?
I think it was originally like some version of it was like a game that Alex Horn would play with some of his comedian friends where he would like send them silly things to do.
I think Alex Horn is like a huge like quiz show nerd.
Yes.
And this was kind of his creation, which is I also find really satisfying because he's so good at it. And it's just like you're watching a dude who's like obsessed with something execute a vision in like and just fucking nailing it.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Is he like he's the sidekick, right?
Yeah.
And he's also like the head producer or whatever.
Right. Like that kind of relationship dynamic they have in the show where he's kind of, obviously it's extremely exaggerated.
Okay, so it started as an Edinburgh Fringe show.
Oh.
Let me read this real quick. Because Tim Key, who's on the first season, won the Edinburgh Comedy Award in 2009. And so it says the original concept of the program took place over the course of 2 years. In 2009, 20 comedians, including Stuart Goldsmith, Josie Long, Mark Watson, Tim Key, Joe Wilkinson, and Mike Wozniak, those last 4 have all been on Taskmaster, received monthly tasks by email over the course of a year, stipulating a variety of tasks. Horn then presented their efforts as part of a 2-hour show titled The Taskmaster at the 2010 Edinburgh Festival Fringe, focused on demonstrating the differing attempts by the contestants before revealing who won based on their performances.
Okay, so that's fun, and like that kind of does help me to understand like I would watch it and be like, all of these aesthetics are fun, all of these activities are fun, but like, why is this happening to me right now? Like, why is this occurring? So that does help me to know that. So maybe I'll try it again.
Because they're little pawns for the Taskmaster. Yeah, what I was saying is Alex Horn and Greg Davies have a hostile type chemistry on the show, which I think you can see through because it's kind of over the top, but they are like friends in real life, and really it's Alex Horn running the show. And the theme music is Alex Horn's band, the Horn Section, I think it's called.
Amazing name for a band.
Yeah.
Cute.
I know.
Cute.
So,
do you remember that? There was an episode where they like had, for the final task, they had everyone like listen to music so that they couldn't hear the other. They had like to put headphones on and listen to music so they couldn't hear what the other person was doing for their task or something. And I forget who it was. I think it was Lolly out of, what was her last name? Out of fourpeat? Put on the headphones and was like, oh, what is this shit? And Alex like very sadly was like, it's the Horn Section.
Amazing.
Good show.
Good show. A little tasky-masky.
Maybe I'll give it another try.
Can I recommend a season to start with?
Yes.
Or wait, what season did you try starting with?
I don't know.
When you first watched it?
I have no idea.
I think season 4 is a really great introduction to the show because it's got Noel Fielding and Mel Goodrich.
Yeah. And she's just fucking delightful.
Yeah. And so like, actually that entire cast is just really great.
Yeah.
It's got Joe Lycett too. Do you know Joe Lycett? I feel like you'd recognize him.
Joe what?
Also,
Lycett, Lycett.
he's great too. Yeah, he's so good. I also really like I rarely recognize the actors or the contestants. And so the first one you're always like, who are these people? The first episode. But by like the second or third episode you're just like, I love all these folks. I guess except for you and Kylie for some reason with episode, which is fine. So anyway, check it out.
Okay.
That's all I got.
I'll give it another shot. Just for you.
Cool. Thanks.
Okay. Well, then then we should do homework then. Great obsession, Erin. Thank you for trying yet again. I know it wasn't just for me or for me at all, but thank you for trying again to get people to watch it.
Oh, totally. It's just what's in my heart.
It's what's in your heart.
Thank you for sharing what's in your heart.
You're welcome.
Ben, what is your homework, my brother?
Watch Old Enough. I almost said The Old Ones. That's not what I meant. Watch Old Enough on Netflix. Is The Old Ones, isn't that a movie or something? That's also on Netflix?
I don't know.
What am I thinking of? What is the Charlize Theron movie?
Charlize Theron. Who's that?
Yeah.
The Old Guard?
Who's Charlize Theron? Yeah, The Old Guard. That's also a good movie. I like it. So watch that too.
Okay.
But my homework is to watch Old Enough on Netflix.
What is that about? Are they like immortal or something?
Yes.
Okay.
They were like immortal fucking protectors of some shit. I don't remember.
Okay, and it's a
really
documentary?
Cool, actually, What?
Did you hear me suggest The Old Guard?
No.
No, I didn't.
Okay, good. Because I said The Old Guard, and then you were like, yeah, The Old Guard, but then I did a big fart, and I was like, oh no. no, the mic's picking up from the bathroom.
Oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, check out the documentary The Old Guard if you want.
Yeah.
My homework is play Spiritfarer. It's on Switch, and I think just Switch. I'm not sure though. It's so nice. Maybe
I like it when you jiggle, like made me think about that. Sorry.
And then if you can't play it, maybe you could watch someone stream it. That would be nice too, because Ben liked watching Kylie play it. So
I did. It's true. Guilty.
Ew.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Anthropology. I'm on TikTok at Hannah and her cats. Maybe I'll post something that includes my face and my new haircut on TikTok, and you can see what it looks like if you want. Erin, what's your homework?
Nope.
Ben just
Yeah.
remember the documentary The Old Guard? It was his recommendation. My homework is to please watch Taskmaster. You don't even talk to me about financially being a barrier, a financial barrier, because you can watch most of it for free on YouTube.
Yeah, dude.
You just can. And if you don't have YouTube, I don't know, why not?
How much is
So
the
watch
app? Did you
Taskmaster.
download the app yet?
I did, but it's asking me to start a free trial.
If you want to call us or text us, tell us your obsession, tell us your relationship to Taskmaster, you can do that at our phone number, 774-326-0420.
Lose it.
Blaze it. We're on Twitter at TwoBroadPod. We're on Instagram at WayTooBroad. You can email us at WayTooBroad@gmail.com. And if you miss any of that, you're looking for contact information or episode details or links, you can find all of that and our topic index at WayTooBroad.com or WayTooBod.com or NameYourselfJame.com or NameYourselfJameEgan.com for anything you want. EarnBen.com for anything you need. MaxFun.org for a cute dog on a boat. Check out Friends of the Chaos on Bandcamp, friendsofthechaos.bandcamp.com. You can find the song that they wrote for us there, which is also our intro and outro music. And thanks to them for doing that. And that's it. So thanks for listening. We love you guys.
Love you.
We'll see you next week and then not again for a little over a month. So, get your fill. And we love you. And
Check out the back catalog. Catch up.
yeah.
It'll give a lot of time for people to catch up.
Yep. And have a great week.
Have a great life.
Life.
Okay, the podcast candle is now extinguished.
Goodbye.
Trying to find time, shine a little light, and a little in the bottom of that. Bring down a little bit in the house. Bring down a little bit in the
It's
Touch silent and in the bottom of the night of the fine night, and in the bottom of the night. Touch silent and in the bottom of the night, and in the bottom of the night, and the fine Dixie. No, it's way too long.